Very nicely done. Thank you, children. So, Rusty, you were telling me about this kid at your school that was having a problem.
Yeah, his name is Tom.
Tom has a problem. What is Tom's problem?
Well, he kind of thinks that maybe God forgot about him.
That God forgot about him.
Because all this bad stuff has been happening, and he just wonders, where's God?
You know, that actually is a very good question, because there are a lot of people that sometimes wonder, why do bad things happen to good people, and why do good things happen to bad people sometimes? And it sounds like that's what he's going through.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Well, there's a story in the Bible about a guy who, if you could think of just about everything that could go wrong for this guy, it went wrong for him.
What's his name?
His name is Joseph.
I know this story.
You do.
He had lots of brothers.
He did have lots of brothers. And he also had a couple other things.
He had dreams.
He had dreams.
And his brothers didn't like his dreams.
Brothers didn't like it at all. What else did he have?
Oh, he had a very colorful jacket.
A coat of many colors, that's right.
Yeah, and his brothers didn't like that either.
Why didn't his brothers like that?
Well, because it kind of showed that he was Dad's favorite.
Yeah, how would you like to be in a family where you weren't the favorite of the family? That wouldn't be too good, would it?
Oh, especially if you were twins.
It would be kind of strange to have one twin more popular than the other one. So, so his brothers really didn't like him much. And do you remember what his brothers did to him?
Yeah, they threw him in a pit.
They did. They threw him in a pit. And what were they going to do with him?
They were going to kill him. They were not nice brothers.
No, they were not nice brothers at all. But then one of them got the idea to do something else. What did they decide to do?
They said, hey, we should sell him. I wanted to do that to my sister.
No, you're not going to sell your sister.
How much is the going rate?
We're not going to get into that. You're not selling your sister.
She's a good worker.
Stop it. All right. So they sold him, and what happened to him?
Well, he did remain faithful to God, and he prayed a lot, but he got sold into slavery, and he went to work for Potiphar.
That's right. He went to work for a household in Egypt, and Potiphar was the guy's name. And what happened there at Potiphar's house?
Well, Joseph was faithful to God, and all of a sudden, things started working out. He was still a slave, but he was started to be put in charge of everything.
That's right. He was running the household. He showed himself very responsible, and he was honored, and he was brought up to the highest position. But
Mrs. Potiphar happened.
Mrs. Potiphar happened.
She was not a nice lady.
No, she was not a nice lady. She accused him of something that he didn't do, and what happened to him then?
He got thrown in jail. Not a nice place.
Not a nice place at all. So he was still faithful to God, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, and so he gets thrown in the pit, sold into slavery, and he goes to jail. Hey, I'll bet he did wonder, where was God?
I'll bet he did. Because he was doing all the right things. He was praying, he was being faithful, he was serving his God faithfully, even through all the work he was doing for his masters, and still bad things kept happening.
Yeah, and he was in jail for quite a few years.
He really was. But did God forget him?
Well, it seemed like it, but no, I guess not.
No, because remember, he had a couple of dreams. Or actually, some people that were in jail with him had some dreams, and he interpreted the dreams.
That's right. And eventually, he got to meet Pharaoh.
That's right. Got to meet Pharaoh. And Pharaoh had a dream.
And it was a very disturbing dream. Couldn't figure out what it meant. And so Joseph was brought in, and he translated the dream, told him the interpretation, and Joseph was promoted.
Joseph was promoted to what rank?
Well, it was like the second in command of all of Egypt.
That's pretty impressive. So, did God forget Joseph?
No, not at all.
In fact, Joseph was sold into slavery. He spent those years in Potiphar's household. He spent that time in jail. And eventually, what happened with Joseph's family?
That's right. His family came, and God was able to use him to save his family.
So, your friend at school,
Yeah?
has God really forgotten about him?
No, not at all.
So you might just need to remind your friend that sometimes when things look dark, sometimes when bad things happen to good people, God is still there. We just don't always see how things are going to work out. But,
Here it comes.
no, it's a good but. It's God is always doing something for us, and everything he does for us is because he loves us.
Oh, that's right.
So even if it looks bad, something good is going to come out of it because God is always faithful to us, and we can trust him all the way.
That is so cool. I'm going to go tell him and all about Joseph, and I'm going to pray with him.
You're going to pray with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea. And you kids can also tell your friends about Jesus, and you can help pray for them, especially when they're going through a rough time. And that will help them to hold on just a little bit longer.
That's right. Because Jesus is faithful, and he loves us, and he will take care of us.
All of us. Thank you so much for listening to our story.
Thank you.
I'm going to go back to your seats now.